Hello everyone. Welcome to the class of Complex Analysis, Probability and Statistical Methods 18 MAT 41. Today I'll be discussing a topic in Sampling Theory under Module 5, and the topic is Test of Significance of Difference Between Means. Myself, Dr. Madhura, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, Sai Vidya Institute of Technology, Bengaluru. So under test of significance of difference between means, let us know the formula for standard normal variate, which is given by z equal to x1 bar minus x2 bar divided by square root of sigma 1 square divided by n1 plus sigma 2 square divided by n2, where x1 bar comma sigma 1 and x2 bar comma sigma 2 are respectively the mean and standard deviation of two large samples of size n1 and n2 respectively. An application of z-test is always for large samples. So x1 bar and x2 bar represents the mean of those two samples n1 and n2. Sigma 1 and sigma 2 represents the standard deviation of those two samples n1 and n2. Note, if the samples are drawn from the same population, then sigma 1 equal to sigma 2, say it is equal to sigma, such that z is given by x1 bar minus x2 bar divided by sigma into square root of 1 by n1 plus 1 by n2. When we substitute sigma 1 equal to sigma 2 here, say equal to sigma, so we have sigma square common in the numerator. Outside the square root term, we can write it down as sigma. The same is performed here. So formula changes in this manner for having the same samples are drawn from the same population. So only when samples are drawn from the same population, standard deviations of both are equal. And in such case, Z formula is given by this. Second point in the note, confidence limits for the difference of means of the population are x1 bar minus x2 bar plus or minus zc into square root of sigma 1 square by n1 plus sigma 2 square divided by n2, where zc are the critical values. We know that zc take the value as 1.96 at 5% level of significance, and zc value takes 2.58 at 1% level of significance. So if we are asked to find out 95% confidence limits, we will use the value of zc as 1.96. If 99% confidence limits are asked, we can use zc equal to 2.58. Now with this, we can start problems. Now we will discuss the problems on test of significance of difference between means. So first question, in an elementary school examination, the mean grade of 32 boys was 72 with a standard deviation of 8, while the mean grade of 36 girls was 75 with a standard deviation of 6. The mean grade of 36 girls was 75 and the standard deviation of 6. Test the hypothesis that the performance of girls is better than boys. So the hypothesis H naught is assumed as according to the question, that we have to assume H naught as the performance of girls is better than boys. So let us denote H naught first. Let H naught be the performance of girls is better than boys. So assuming the hypothesis H naught first, now we will analyze the data and write down the given values. So by data, let us assume the set of boys number as n1 and the set of girls number as n2. So n1 is 32 And with respect to boys, that is for 32 boys, the mean score, the mean grade is given as 72. So let us denote the mean as x1 bar. So this is 72 for us. And what else is given is sigma 1. The standard deviation of those is given for us. The standard deviation is 8. Now similarly, N2 is equal to, there are 36 girls. So 36 N2 is equal to 36 is given, and x2 bar we have it as x2 bar is given as 75, that is the mean grade, and sigma 2, the standard deviation is 6 in this case. So with all these basic data, we will apply in the formula. The formula is Z is equal to x1 bar minus x2 bar divided by square root of sigma 1 square divided by n1 plus sigma 2 square divided by n2. And when we substitute all the known values in this, it is 72 minus 75, the whole divided by square root of 64 divided by 32 plus 36 divided by 36. Sigma 2 square is also 36, no? So 36 divided by n2 is 36. So let us evaluate this to obtain the value of Z, and we need to perform, or we need to compare this at both the levels of significance, since it is not mentioned in particular whether at 5% level of significance or at 1%. Let us compare the Z answer with both the levels of significance. So we obtain Z is equal to, after calculation, since we are getting a numerator as negative value, we will take modulus of Z, and it is 1.73. We observe that this is less than both the levels of significance. At 0.01, it is 2.58, and at 0.05, it is 1.96. And at both the levels of significance, this is less than. So H naught is accepted. H naught is accepted. That is, the performance of girls is better than boys. The performance of girls is better than boys at both the levels of significance. At both the levels of significance. Right. So this was the first problem in the test of significance of difference between means. Now let us discuss the second question. The mean of simple samples of sizes 1000 and 2000 are 67.5 and 68.0 centimeter respectively. So the mean of two samples are given for us. The sample sizes are 1000 and 2000. And the mean are respectively 67.5 and 68.0 centimeter. Now the question is, can the samples be regarded as drawn from the same population of standard deviation 2.5 centimeter? So we should assume the hypothesis H naught as the samples are drawn from the same population of standard deviation 2.5 centimeter. Assuming the hypothesis H naught, we can analyze the given data and we can easily find out the Z value and check whether the hypothesis is accepted or rejected. Right, let us see the solution now. Let H naught be the hypothesis that the samples are drawn from same population of standard deviation 2.5 centimeter. So it is given that sigma is equal to 2.5. For both the samples, the standard deviation is 2.5. Now by data, we can also write down the sample size. N1 is equal to 1000. N2 is equal to 2000. And we also have the mean x1 bar is equal to 67.5. And x2 bar is equal to 68.0. So with all these values, we will substitute in the Z. So Z is given by x1 bar minus x2 bar, the whole divided by sigma into square root of 1 by n1 plus 1 by n2. Let us substitute all the known values. So it is 67.5 minus 68.0, the whole divided by sigma is 2.5. Since we don't know sigma 1, sigma 2 separately, it is sigma 1 square divided by n1 plus sigma 2 square by n2. But since sigma 1 equal to sigma 2 equal to 2.5 here, we take out that sigma square under the root outside, it becomes sigma. So taking that sigma outside, we are able to write down 2.5 outside into square root of 1 by n1 plus 1 by n2. So let us calculate this, and the obtained Z value is, again, the numerator is a negative value. So let us take modulus and write down. So modulus of Z is equal to 5.16 approximately, rounded off to the 2 decimals. And we are told to compare with Z 0.05, that is at 5% level of significance, which is 1.96. It was mentioned in the question, no, the critical value of Z is 1.96. So we are supposed to compare with 1.96, and we observe that this value of Z, calculated value of Z, is greater than the table value of Z. And hence we reject the hypothesis. H0 is rejected. Now what is the meaning of H0 being rejected? The samples are not drawn from the same population of standard deviation 2.5 centimeter. So we had assumed the hypothesis as the samples are drawn from the same population, but since the hypothesis is rejected, H0 is rejected, now the conclusion will be samples are not drawn from the same population of standard deviation 2.5 centimeter. Samples are not drawn from the same population of standard deviation 2.5 centimeter. Hence the solution for this. We shall now discuss the third problem. Intelligent tests were given to two groups of boys and girls. So there are two groups of boys and girls. For them, the intelligent tests were given. Find out if the two means significantly differ at 5% level of significance. We will recall it from the theory what we learned, that this Z test is applicable to know the difference between two means. So we usually assume the hypothesis H0 here as the two means are there is no significant difference between the two means. There is no significant difference between the two means. That is what usually the hypothesis H naught is assumed in such cases. So a table is mentioned for us. In this table, they have given the boys' strength, that is size of the boys there, that is 60, and the strength of the girls is denoted as sample size 100, that is N2. Similarly, the mean scores 75 and 73 respectively for boys and girls are given, and standard deviation 8 and 10 respectively, sigma 1 and sigma 2. So we have to check whether the two means significantly differ at 5% level of significance or not. So let us assume first the hypothesis given by there is no significant difference. There is no significant difference between the mean scores. Between the mean scores. So with this assumption, let us write down the given data symbolically. So it is given that N1 for with respect to boys, N1 is 60, X1 bar is 75, and sigma 1 is 8. Similarly, with respect to girls, N2 is 100, X2 bar is given as 73, and sigma 2 is given as 10. So this is the given data. So with this data, now we will find out the Z value. So therefore, Z is given by X1 bar minus X2 bar, the whole divided by square root of sigma 1 square divided by N1 plus sigma 2 square divided by N2. Let us substitute all the known values. So X1 bar is 75 minus 73 divided by square root of sigma 1 square. Sigma 1 is given as 8. So sigma 1 square will be nothing but 8 square, 64 divided by the strength here is 60 plus 100 divided by 100. N2 is number of girls is 100 and 10 square. Standard deviation with respect to girls is 10. So 10 square is also 100, 100 by 100. So we will evaluate this using a calculator. We can obtain the answer here as 1.39. And this, when we compare with Z 0.05, is 1.96, so it is less than 1.96, as well as Z 0.01, which is 2.58. So 1.39, the calculated value of Z is less than table value of Z or tabulated value of Z. So we accept the hypothesis at both the levels of significance. Therefore, H naught is accepted. So when we say accepted, it is accepted at both the levels of significance. That is, there is no significant difference. There is no significant difference between the mean scores. Between the mean scores. There is no significant difference between the mean scores at both the levels of significance. Both the levels of significance. So this was direct data given for us, that is mean, standard deviation, and the size was directly given with respect to boys and girls. And with that, we obtained that H naught is accepted. No significant difference between the mean scores. Now we will discuss one last problem on this kind of Z-test. A random sample of 1,000 workers in a company has mean wage of rupees 50 per day and standard deviation of rupees 15. Another sample of 1,500 workers from another company has mean wage of rupees 45 per day and standard deviation of rupees 20. So there are two companies. In one of the company, we are talking about 1,000 workers, N1 equal to 1,000. Their mean wage is rupees 50. So X1 bar is 50 and standard deviation is rupees 15. So sigma 1 is 15. Similarly, we consider another company and there the workers that we are selecting is 1,500 workers. So N2 equal to 1,500, whose mean wages is rupees 45 per day. So X2 bar is rupees 45 and sigma 2 equal to 20. Now the question is, does the mean rate of wages varies between the two companies? So it is to be assumed, the hypothesis that there is no significant difference between the mean wages of the two companies. And let us check whether they are significantly differing or not differing. We also have to find out the 95% and 99% confidence limits for the difference of the mean wages of the population of the two companies. So let us do the solution now. So very firstly, analyzing the given data, we will write down all the required values. And before all that, let us assume H naught. There is no significant difference. There is no significant difference between the mean wages of the two companies. So there is no significant difference we are assuming. Now let us analyzing the data, write down the required things. That is X1 bar is equal to 50. Sigma 1 is equal to 15. And in this, the population N1 is 1,000. Similarly, X2 bar is 45. Sigma 2 is 20. And N2 is given as 1,500. So with all these, we'll write on the Z formula now. X1 bar minus X2 bar, the whole divided by square root of sigma 1 square divided by N1 plus sigma 2 square divided by N2. Substituting all the values, it is 50 minus 45, the whole divided by square root of 15 square divided by 1,000 plus 20 square divided by 1,500. So evaluation gives us Z is equal to approximately 7.13, which is obviously greater than both the levels of significance. That is at 5% level of significance as well as at 1% level of significance. So thus H naught is rejected. H naught is rejected. And this is one and the same as saying there is a significant difference between the mean wages. There is a significant difference between the mean wages. And this is at both the levels of significance. So at both the levels of significance, we obtain that there is a significant difference. In the assumption H naught, the method itself says that we always have to assume the H naught as there is no significant difference between the means, mean scores, mean wages, anything it might be. So here we had to assume that there is no significant difference between the mean wages of the two companies. And since H naught was rejected because 7.13, the calculated value is greater than the table value at both the levels of significance. So that is why H naught is rejected, and it is in turn means that there is a significant difference between the mean wages. Hence the solution. And there is second part of the solution to obtain as well, finding the 95% and 99% confidence limits for the difference of the mean wages of the population of the two companies. So let us find out one by one now. So 95% confidence limits. 95% confidence limits are obtained by the formula x1 bar minus x2 bar plus or minus 1.96. 5% level of significance is 1.96 into square root of sigma 1 square divided by n1 plus sigma 2 square divided by n2. So let us evaluate this. 50 minus 45 plus or minus 1.96 into square root of sigma 1 square is 15 square divided by 1000 plus 20 square divided by 1500. And this gives us 5 plus or minus this entirely evaluation gives us 1.3743. I have rounded off to 4 decimals, and this is 1 and the same as saying 3.6257 to 6.3743. So 95% confidence limits are from 3.6257 to 6.3743. So in percentage, if you have to calculate, you can multiply by 100. It is approximately 36% and 63%. So like that we can evaluate. Similarly, the next part of the problem is to obtain 99% confidence limits. 99% confidence limits we have to obtain. 99% confidence limits are formula x1 bar minus x2 bar plus or minus 2.58 into square root of sigma 1 square divided by n1 plus sigma 2 square divided by n2. So at 1% level of significance, the value is 2.58. Hope we remember the value. I just made one small mistake while telling it these two values in terms of percentage. It is 36.2. I said it is not 36.2, 362.57. Similarly, this is 637.43. Right? If at all you want to convert to percentage. Sorry for that. Now let us substitute in this 99% confidence limits formula and proceed. x1 bar minus x2 bar. So the values here are 50 minus 45 plus or minus 50 minus 45 plus or minus 2.58 into square root of 15 square divided by 1000 plus 20 square divided by 1500. And this gives us 5 plus or minus 1.8091. So one with the minus sign, the other one with the plus sign. We usually take the lower bound to upper bound. So with the minus sign, we get 3.1909 to 6.8091. So 99% confidence limits are 319% to 681% approximately. So these are the problems which I wanted to consider in this category of Z test, and the category of Z test that we discussed is test of significance of difference between the means. So we assume there is no significant difference between the means, and we do problems in this category. Hope these problems were helpful to you. Thank you for watching.